Northeast Tonight, brought to you by Oil India Limited, conquering newer horizons.
Hello and welcome to Notice Tonight, the show that decodes the region. The Citizenship Amendment Bill has been passed. Now the decks are cleared for the government to grant citizenship to persecuted minorities from Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan who have entered India till December 31st, 2014, which is the cutoff date. Assam is in flames, viewers, with groups and individuals expressing strong opposition to the Citizenship Amendment Bill. The situation, of course, has changed dramatically in states like Manipur, with the centre conceding the local demand for extension of inner line permit system to the state. In fact, a gazette notification has already come. We understand Dimapur, Nagaland's commercial hub, which was earlier outside the ILP, has also come under the inner line ambit. Arunachal and Mizoram are already covered by ILP. What does this leave Assam with? Why are the states covered by ILP still seething with anger? The union government is trying to calm tempers in Assam by saying, do not worry, we shall grant special safeguards to the Assamese people under Clause 6 of the Assam Accord. Can this help in easing things in Assam? The union government leaders are repeatedly saying Indian Muslims need not fear. But who is saying that they are worried? Is this a Hindu-Muslim question? It should not be. To discuss these and more, I am joined from Shillong by Northeast Students Organization or NESO chairman, Mr. Samuel Jirwa. From Imphal, I am joined by BJP spokesman R.K. Samarjeet and Congress leader K. Debabrata. In Itanagar, I will be joined by Tabam Dai, General Secretary of the All Arunachal Pradesh Students Union. And of course, live from Guwahati on the phone line, I'll be joined by the AASU Chief Advisor, Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, and of course, veteran Congress leader Tarun Gogoi, and Assam BJP spokesman, Mr. Rupam Goswami. Gentlemen, welcome to Northeast Tonight. Mr. Samuel Jirwa in Shillong. Mr. Samuel Jirwa, I'm going straight to you. You know, CAB has been passed. The central government has been saying that, those states who are covered by the inner line permit should not bother, should not worry. But as you know, Assam is absolutely in flames. The people are absolutely seething with anger. Some of the people are taking the law in their own hands. This may not be the groups affiliated to the All Assam Students Union. We don't know who are these people who are taking the law in their own hands. Samuel Jirwa, what is going on?
Well, you see, the centre might say that the ILP, that the states covered under the ILP and also covered by the provision of the 6th schedule are exempted from the purview of the Citizenship Amendment Bill.
Right.
But as indigenous peoples of the Northeast, our state might be exempted, but if Assam is affected, then eventually all the other states also will be affected. And also, as indigenous peoples of the Northeast, we have to be united in a fight against this tyrannical law that the government of India is playing with the sentiments and lives and survival of indigenous peoples of the Northeast. So this is a show that the people of the Northeast are united in this struggle against the contentious bill that the government of India has just passed yesterday in the Rajya Sabha.
Now, Mr. Samuel Jirwa, as a leading student leader from the Northeast, you are the leader of the Northeast Students Organization, which is the apex student group in the whole of the Northeast. My question, you have seen Guwahati, you've seen the television visuals. The Guwahati has become a city of bonfires. The ASU leaders are continuously appealing for calm, saying that the violence has no place in a democratic movement. But still, we are seeing the city going up in flames, public property vandalized and destroyed. So who do you think? Do you think the agitation has been hijacked?
Well, I think this is the frustration, the anger that the people are showing against the central government and also against the state government. And the central government, the government of India and the state government should be solely responsible for bringing out this chaos, this mayhem, especially in the state of Assam and especially in the capital city of Guwahati. Because for their own political interests, for their own political benefit, they are putting the lives and survival of indigenous peoples at stake. And indigenous people will not take this lying down. We cannot blame them because this is the frustration, this is the anger that they are showing towards the government of India and also towards the government of Assam.
Okay, Mr. R.K. Samarjit, BJP leader joining me from Imphal. Mr. Samarjit, just because you are frustrated, are you supposed to vandalize public property? Are you supposed to destroy your own city? Is this the way to express your anger?
No, Mr. Wasbir, there are certain areas where you cannot control. It is very unfortunate to hear from your screen also and as well as from other sources also. The chaos happen in the part of Assam, mainly in the Guwahati city, and curfew has been imposed already last evening, and now situation, I don't know how far it is better or not. But the question is, all the neighboring states, even though the say Arunachal as well as the Meghalaya and Manipur were calmed down, and Assam is suddenly plunk up. I don't know which part of the area we are supposed to be talking, but so far as my own concern, it is, I think, a kind of remedies were keeping at far height. And when it was a kind of plan also, I don't know.
Right.
But,
now,
so
Mr. Samarjit, you know, we were discussing this with Samuel Jirwa earlier. Now, Samuel Jirwa has said this time, you are now extremely happy. You seem to be extremely excited about the fact that Manipur has come under the purview of the inner line permit. But are you saying that this is enough? Are you saying that Citizenship Amendment Bill, the impact is not going to be felt at all now because Manipur is covered by the ILP? Is this a security cover for you?
Of course, 100% security under this provision, and already the Honorable President of India have already say noted down the notification also, and we are starting. And our respected Honorable Chief Minister Manipur, along with other political parties and CSOs, were very soon in this matter and make our own law, because under the provision of these things, we can make our own law like Himachal Pradesh.
All right, we'll have to wait and watch. We'll have to wait and watch, Samarjit. We'll have to wait and watch. Let me take a counter view. Mr. Debabrata, Congress spokesman from Imphal. Mr. Debabrata, do you agree with what your political colleague, but your political rival, Mr. Samarjit, is saying? That, you know, now that you have the inner line, you have nothing to worry, you just sleep tight, do nothing.
Inner line permit is like a painkiller. If you are thinking your relief of the pain, and you have been diagnosed with the disease, is completely wrong. Inner line permit system is a regulatory act for entry and the exit of people from outside the district of any state of India. This is completely temporary thing, and should not be a permanent feature of the state or the country.
Okay.
Whereas CAP is a permanent damage to be done in the region, it is belief. Because recently, Sri Rahul Gandhi yesterday told the national media, the whole country, that Amit Shah and Sri Modi is trying to cleanse the ethnicity, the ethnic people of the region, of their culture and of the way they believe India should be. We believe India should be a secular state. And we believe that we are diversify population in the country. If you are infusing so much population from nowhere, because illegal migrant is illegal migrant, refugee, they could not become citizen of the country. Infiltrators are criminals. They are invading our country.
So
Like
let us confine my question. I will come back to you,
And
Mr.
somebody
Devabra.
suddenly, the illegal migrants are given citizen. How can we tolerate that? We cannot. We disagree with the point.
Okay.
BJP Manipur is not digesting wholly, ethically.
I'm
and the
coming
merit
back
of
to
the
you,
act.
Devabrata. I'm
CAPE
coming.
Now CAPE is an act. We have to face it.
Yes, I'll come
We
back
will
to you.
fight against
Hold
the
your
act.
thoughts.
No,
Hold your
no
thoughts.
act is permanent.
Hold your thoughts. I got your point. Mr. Devabrata. Hold your thoughts. I'll come back to you. I am also joined by Mr. Tabom Dai in Itanagar. Tabom Dai is the General Secretary of the All Arunachal Pradesh Students Union. Mr. Tabom Dai, if you can hear me, can we have Tabom Dai on the screen? Yes. Tabom Dai, you know, the union government is now saying, Tabom, the union government is saying, the central government is saying that all those states covered by the inner line permit have nothing to worry. They can have a nice, good sleep because the impact of CAB cannot touch those states covered by the inner line permit. Then why are you people still angry? Why are the states and groups and individuals in states covered by ILP, why are you still angry and agitated?
You see, Wasbir, you have to take the CAPE 2016 and which is now 2019 in the perspective from the angle of NESO, Northeast Student Organizations. And you see, we have been agitating and we have been fighting the CAPE, for the introduction of CAPE since many years under the banner of, under one entity, under the entity of Northeast Student Organization. And today, we find it, it's a kind of divisive policy by the central government to divide the strength of all the 7 states of the Northeast. Central government, after so much of a hue and cry, so much of resentment, could have at least exempted the whole of Northeast at one go. So the problem could have been solved. But today, you see, they say Arunachal Pradesh is also exempted. Yes, it's good if Arunachal Pradesh is exempted. But there is a pertinent question in Arunachal also. What will be the status of the Chakmas and Hajongs in the state that the Amit Shah and the state government here have to clarify on that.
Right. Now, another point, Tabom Dai, another point, you are also a student leader. You have also led agitations, movements. You have led many movements. Now, you have seen the movement in Assam going absolutely violent. You have seen the television screens. The whole Guwahati has been vandalized. You have seen the city going up in bonfires. Now, my question is, do you think third party, do you think some elements who are outside the movement have infiltrated? Do you see such a possibility from outside? What is your impression from outside? Tabom Dai.
You see, the way the protest has taken place in not only in I think it's not only confined to Guwahati. It's spread out to all of the Assam. And what I see from the outside of Assam, that it's a spontaneous reaction. And this reaction, it's because after so much of hue and cry, so much of petition, so much of request, the state government, the government led by the Honorable Home Minister Sri Amit Shah has bulldozed and bill that is being objected in the entire Northeast, more particularly in Assam. So somewhere the spontaneous reaction has gone wayward without a centralized leader. But we'll appeal that the agitation should be non-violence. Last night also, because of the unannounced blockade, so many of our people, our Arunachal people, and even I think from different northeastern states have got stranded in Assam. But you see, it wasn't. We can very well understand the fallible anger in the people or the common masses of Assam.
Palpable anger. There is definitely palpable anger among the people. Tabom Dai, hold your thoughts. I'll come back to you.
Yes, because.
Yes, carry on. Tabom Dai, carry on.
You see, because.
Okay. Hold your thoughts. I am now joined by Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, AASU Chief Advisor. Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, you will get a call from another number. Kindly pick up the phone. Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, you will get a call from another number. Please pick up the phone. Please pick up the phone. Thank you. Now, Tabom Dai. Now, how do you respond? How do you respond? How do you respond to some of the observations that the agitation may have been hijacked? We are desperately trying to connect with Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee to have his own point of view. My producers will, of course, connect with Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee. Keep trying. But Prabham Dai, yes. What is your appeal? What is your appeal in this kind of a situation? Yes, we all agree that it is spontaneous. We all agree that it is volatile.
We will appeal to the leaders who are partaking the agitation and also to the entire Assamese community in Assam that it's understandable that the anger that the Assamese people right at the moment is going through, because the Assamese community under the leadership of AASU and various organizations in Assam, and also under the Northeast under the leadership of the NESO have always protested and always have given representation, have always have adopted the part of prayer and petition. But in spite of so much of requests and so much of representation, the central government has bulldozed.
Right.
Bulldozed
Okay.
because of their brute majority
Okay.
in the
Okay.
parliament.
Right.
But,
Hold your thought.
but you see, in a democracy, the voices of the common masses should be heard.
Okay. Okay. Now,
The voices of the common masses should be heard.
Yes, yes,
That's
of
that's
course.
our contention.
No doubt about that. Now, Mr. Samuel Jirwa, you had said on my show just 2 days ago that, the NESO, once the bill is passed, the NESO will move the court of law. Now, how soon are you going to move the Supreme Court? That's what you said. Have you already decided? What is your plan of action now?
Well, as NESO, in fact, the other concerned organizations of NESO, they are also holding various protests in the different states of the whole of the northeastern region. But NESO as a body, as I said the other day, will move the highest court of the country, that is the Supreme Court. Once we have already contacted our advocates,
Okay.
and they are readying with the petition, and once it is ready, we will file it in the Supreme Court of India.
Right. Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, welcome. Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, Chief Advisor of the All Assam Students Union, welcome. We'll put the phonoplate. Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, you have been constantly appealing for calm. Even today, your massive rally at the Lotasil ground, attended by the entire civil society, cultural personalities, it was a huge show. It was a big rally that you conducted in Lotasil field today, where you have once again appealed for calm, but the entire city has been vandalized by some people. Who are these people?
Yes, the people, they came out, and today, despite of obstruction by the administration, people came out spontaneously, and they violated the curfew, and it is a people's mandate. And today the mandate is very clear that the movement will be non-violent, absolutely non-violent and disciplined movement. Very clear mandate from the people. People do not want any violence. Now somebody is trying to make some violence, and we are not accepting that attitude of that forces. So it's a duty. It's a duty of the authorities, so that no violence can take place. But at the same time, the people of the city, they have given a very clear mandate: no to violence, and it will be non-violent, discipline movement.
Right. Now, very rightly, well said, Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee. Very rightly, since yesterday, since day before yesterday, even on my program, you have maintained that you have always been leading democratic movement, All Assam Students Union, Gandhian way of democratic movement. But do you think that today there is a deliberate attempt by a third force or some force to just give a bad name to the ASU movement, trying to hijack the movement? Because if you take a ride in the city today, entire city is vandalized. Entire city has been turned into a city of bonfires. What is going on, Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee?
See, two things. The situation occurred in Guwahati and throughout the state. for that the government of India and government of Assam is responsible because they are imposing injustice to the people. That is first. Second, yesterday there were police officers on the students. We cannot accept it. And we would like to tell the government, don't adopt any repressive measures on peace-loving people, on the democratic movement. Number two. Number three, we are rejecting violence. Now, as because the people are giving a mandate, no violence. So it's a duty of the administration also. It's very clear. And people are not with the violence. People are not with the violence. People are rejecting violence. It's very clear.
Yes, Dr. Samujal
But
Bhattacharjee.
if the government can lathi charge our students, today in the morning they have obstructed our people, they have beaten our people, peace-loving people who wanted to come to the Lotus Hill field. Where are they? Who have beaten our students? Who have stopped our people in the morning? Who have lathi charge our people in the morning? Where are they to stop this violence?
Now, are you therefore clearly telling on my program this evening, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, that those people who are indulging in violence, who have broken away entire pavements, who have broken down the railings, the grills newly put up by the authorities on our lovely city of Guwahati, do you think that these are not supporters and volunteers of the AASU? Will you clearly say that?
Not at all. AASU members are not there. AASU members are very clear, non-violent, but people in general, along with the people, the common masses, they are not violent. And one thing is very clear. Those who are adopting violence methods, they are not friends of this movement.
This is a very big statement. I would like my producers to put it up on the screen. This is a very big statement made by top AASU leader, AASU Chief Advisor, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, that the people of Assam do not want violence. The people who are indulging in violence in Guwahati city and elsewhere in Assam are not supporters or members of the All Assam Students Union. Therefore, my question to you...
They are not friends of this movement.
They are not friends of this movement. They are not supporters or volunteers or members of the All Assam Students Union, and they are also not friends of the movement. This is a clear-cut statement by the AASU Chief Advisor, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, on the program. I want this thing to be put up on the
like to tell
screen.
the government not to adopt any repressive measures on students and the non-violent movement.
That is true. Now, as a responsible student organization, as a responsible student leader, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, are you going to cooperate with the authorities to identify as to who are these people? At least give your moral support.
See, we are for non-violence. We are for non-violence, and we are for a democratic movement. It's very clear. And today, lakhs of people, they have assembled, violating the curfew, but they have a very clear mandate. The people, they have to face police officers. They walk to the field. And after that also, after the repressive measures also, the people have given a very clear mandate, no violence, discipline movement. It's very, 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 very important on the part of our good society. Here in Hussain Bazar, you forget about the other area. Here in Hussain Bazar also, the indigenous people, they have faced police officers. In spite of all that, lakhs of people, they have said no violence, discipline movement. It's very clear. We are for non-violent, discipline movement. And I'm repeating again, first, government should stop repressive measures on the student and non-violent movement. Number one. Number two, no to violence. Number three, those who are adopting violence, they are not our members and they are not friends of the movement. Number four, those authorities who have lathi charged our students, who have stopped us today in the morning, who have lost lathi charge on the common people, where are they now to stop this violence? Where are they now?
So I want Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee's statements to come up on the slugs below as soon as possible. These are very important statements which Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee is making. They are not our members, they are not our supporters, they are not even friends of the movement, but he has appealed to the authorities not to adopt repressive measures. That is the term used. Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, what is your next plan of action now? How are things going to pan out in the days ahead? What is AASU's plan of action?
Discipline, non-violent movement. Discipline, non-violent movement. It will be a continuous discipline, non-violent movement, number one. Number two, tomorrow there will be mass fasting at Sanmari Field. Mass fasting. We are adopting the Gandhian path of movement. So tomorrow there will be mass fasting. Those who will be there in the fasting, but at the same time who cannot continue this fasting or sit in the fasting, they can sit in support of the the support of the movement. So there will be mass fasting in the Sanmari field, Gandhian path of movement.
All right.
And
Now,
throughout the sum, it will be discipline,
absolutely.
non-violent, continuous movement.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, is moving the courts also one of your option? Because Mr. Samuel
Yes,
Jirwa,
we
Mr.
are discussing with our lawyers. As per their advice, we will move. At the same time, we are appealing to the All Assam Lawyers Association, Guwahati High Court Bar Association, to guide the people of Assam, to guide us. And at the same time, I must tell you, the Honorable Chief Minister and other ministers of the state, they should stop giving irresponsible statements, provocating statements.
Okay, Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee has also made a breaking news also is that the All Assam Students Union is in touch with their lawyers, and they have also appealed to the All Assam Lawyers Association and the Guwahati High Court Bar Association to guide the All Assam Students Union in their fight against the Citizenship Amendment Bill through the legal process. Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, finally, are you going to once again appeal for calm and peaceful agitation in the days ahead?
Yes. The injustice which is imposed by the central government and the state government is that what can be the way? The strongest weapon we have with the people, that is non-violent discipline movement. That is the only way. Against this injustice on the part of the central government and state government, the only strongest arm is non-violent discipline movement. So we are appealing to the people. We have full trust on the people of Assam, full trust on the students in youth of Assam. People is adopting the non-violent discipline movement, and people will determine to adopt this non-violent discipline movement.
Absolutely, we can all understand the sentiments of the people of Assam, and at the same time, we are also appealing for calm. Everybody has a right for a democratic movement or democratic form of protest, but nobody has the right to take the law in their own hands. Dr. Samujal Bhattacharjee, thank you very much indeed for speaking to me on Notice Tonight. Thank you. We go for a short break, but don't go away. I'll go to all my panelists in Itanagar, in Shillong, and of course in Imphal. All right, welcome back. I'm now joined on the phone line live from New Delhi by veteran Congress leader, former Chief Minister of Assam, Mr. Tarun Gogoi. I request my panelists to stay on. I'm coming to you in exactly 1 or 2 minutes. Mr. Tarun Gogoi in New Delhi, thank you very much for joining me on Notice Tonight. What do you think? What do you think is going on? The cab has been passed and Assam seems to be burning. The BJP leaders are accusing the Congress party of fomenting trouble in Assam.
This is absolutely false. It is because of their failures, because of insensitiveness to understand the sentiment of the people of Assam, the way they are behaving, the way they are ignoring the Assamese culture, language, their heritage, as a result of which today there has been what you call spontaneous resistance. Every section of the people, whether students, youth, the artists, everybody is today on the streets. It is not because of the Congress. We don't have so much of influence. It is the people's movement. If they feel that it is only the Congress-sponsored movement, then they are living in the fool's paradise. Be realistic. Don't ignore the sentiment of the Northeast. Don't ignore the sentiment of people of Assam. Assamese people are very proud. They are very sensitive to their own language, culture, and heritage. Please implement the Assam Accord. Don't extend the cut-off year beyond the Assam Accord, 24th of March, 1971. Otherwise, I don't think situation will improve.
All right, Mr. Tarun Gogoi, then you are saying that Congress does not have much influence. Why should you engineer or why should you foment trouble? Why do you think is the BJP accusing the Congress?
You see, they are the people, who don't want to give the impression that it is a people's movement. The way they want, so that's why they are not realistics. They know it is a people's movement, but they don't give them impression this is not a people's movement. It is a movement particularly against them. It is against the Hindutva. It is against the Prime Minister. It is against the Home Minister and within the Assam government, Chief Minister, Minister, and other ministers.
But Mr. Gogoi, you have seen it all. You have been the Chief Minister for 15 years. My question to you, how can a people's movement be violent? The All Assam Students Union leader, Dr. Samujjal Bhattacharjee, was on my program a short while ago, just about 5 minutes ago. He said that AASU supporters and members are not behind this violence. He said it's an outside force.
Yes. Whatever, yes, it is outside. Why the government has not been able to identify those forces? It is a duty of the government. They have the intelligence forces. They have all the CIDs, IB, everybody, whether the government of India has why they don't identify those culprits or those people who are responsible, indulging all the violence? I am also appealing the people, don't indulge in violence. Government wants that it should be turned into violence so that government can use all the forces. Movement will go for violence. The movement will be a failure. So I am also appealing people, follow the path of Gandhiji, follow peacefully, democratically, and the movement, if you want to be successful and happy, I want government should also, sometimes I also suspect government might also sponsor such people to create such a violence.
I think that is a very, very political statement, Mr. Tarun Gogoi. But my final question to you, what are the options before the Congress party, which is a leading political party in the state of Assam?
Definitely, we will fight against this bill. We are with the people of Assam. We will fight in the court. But I am more in will give emphasis to fight in the court of the people. We will go to the people of Assam, and we will go to the people of Assam, and we will take side them. And by taking side with the people, the very purpose for which this bill has been for Hindutva, that BJP, RSS has sponsored all these, sinister plans to be frustrated.
Right. Mr. Tarun Gogoi, thank you very much indeed for speaking to me on Notice Tonight. I'll go straight to Manipur, to Mr. R.K. Samarjit of the BJP. Mr. Samarjit, why is it that every time we'll have to play politics? Can't we not see it from the point of view of the interest of the people? Why should there be politics? Why is the BJP now accusing the Congress of creating all this anti-cab movement in Assam and outside?
See, Mr. Wasbir, it is not a new one. That is why the BJP blame to the Congress. Might be there are certain area where they might be seen it, but in the meantime, I am asking. It is happened suddenly, but this is not coincidence. It is a pre-plan. Maybe they are sending something else to defame the so-called BJP lead government, which are now in Assam as well as in Manipur also. So I don't want to mention those names and this and that. Assam is a large state comparison with Manipur, but you see, if in this democratic country people want to go to court, I have no objection. They can go because court is there because all the people of India were still believe in the judiciary.
Absolutely, absolutely, no doubt about that. That is the last stop. Judiciary is the last option. Devabrata, what do you have to say? Mr. Devabrata.
Yes. No, we have already said many times, our veteran leader in Assam, former Chief Minister also told that we are also looking into the avenue of going to court. But in the democratic country, it is also people's court, voice of the people, that need to be listened by the government as if it is a mandate. Because it's a process, is an evolutionary thing people minds are going into. The position in which Assam is placed by this government humiliated the Assam Accord, betrayed the people, their sentiment. This has to be challenged in the people's court. That is very, very important.
Okay.
Secondly,
Yeah.
we'll also look into that, how Assam fights.
All right.
Violence, we also do not like violence. We don't like, we have seen many violence in the state. So please stop violence. And all Assam Students Union, as I was in my younger days, I was in Guwahati for some time, I saw them. None of them were violent. Violence comes from other quarter. In the morning, I talked with one of my friends in Guwahati. He was telling me, somehow a third party came up and they started destroying government, state property, public property. From where they have come up, they are surprised also.
All right.
The answer has been given.
There is now,
these are the issues we need to see
viewers,
that
condemnation,
Assam legislation is,
viewers, condemnation to the violence in Guwahati city is coming from outside Assam as well, as we have
We
heard from
condemn
our
the violence.
panelists in
We
Manipur.
condemn the violence,
I'm going.
then we'll encourage the protest.
Hold your
Non-violent
thoughts.
protest we'll
Hold your
encourage.
thoughts. Hold your thoughts, Mr. Devabrata. I'm coming back to you. Their condemnation to the violence in Guwahati coming from outside the state as well. I'm going to the two top student leaders from the northeastern region. Meantime, I'd like to request our producers to also try Assam BJP spokesman Rupam Goswami on the phone line live. Now, Mr. Tabom Dai and Mr. Samuel Jirua, the same question goes to both of you. Samuel Jirua and Tabom Dai. You know, do you think that the government has stopped taking the student or leaders or student organizations seriously, because every student leader, 90% of the student leaders and eventually join one political party or the other. Therefore, the government has stopped taking the student organizations seriously. This is one perception. I am not saying that this is the only perception, but this is one perception. Tabom Dai, what is your response?
Wasbir, you see about the questions you have put up regarding the non-serious attitude of the government vis-a-vis the student movement. But you see, in the entire Northeast, the history of Northeast, whether it be in Assam, whether it be in Arunachal, or even in Meghalaya or other states of the Northeast, student movement has its own special place. And you see, when we are in student union, we don't indulge in politics. That's why we have a very strong movement. You see the repressive tactical, the policy being imposed by the central government in spite of our this one. But today you see in Assam, the AASU is leading the movement. So there is no question of the government not taking the student leaders or the student movement seriously. They have invited us on many occasions and we have spoken out about this one. But they are, because of their brute majority, they are trying to impose upon this bill, and they are imposing. But you see, in a democracy, a common mass, every organization, student, we have every right to fight back if an injustice is being done to us. And regarding your sentence that many of our leaders are today in the political party, yes, it's a fact that it's a very sad development. It's a sad story that despite coming up from the student movement, you see in Assam also the present chief minister in an offshoot of the Assam agitation movement, but today he has betrayed his people. Likewise, there are so many examples in our state also. That's a bitter fact that we cannot deny.
Mr. Samuel Jirua, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, regional forces are extremely important. They have played a leading role in the whole of the northeastern region. Today, Meghalaya, your state is also being actually a regional party like the NPP is at the forefront of the politics. They're leading the government. My question is, how do you look at a party like the AGP that was a product of the Assam agitation, today being a coalition partner, they are supporting the Citizenship Amendment Bill. And Congress is saying that AGP is with the BJP only for power. The Congress has been accusing, and many other forces are accusing the BJP, accusing the AGP of simply power-hungry set of people. Samuel.
Well, before coming to your question, I would like to answer your first question with regard
Yes.
to the
Please do.
student
Yes.
leaders joining politics.
Yes.
Well, you see, the issue is not about an individual. The government should look at the merits of the issue and not take, the issue of an individual person. Any person can join anything after he has finished his life as a student leader. He can join anything that he wants to join. There's no bar.
Right.
But at the same time, when he is a leader of a students' union, we are always, remain non-political. But the government should take the merits of the case. Like in this case, the merits of the case of the CAB, not only the students, but also the political parties and also all the other social organizations against this CAB. Now, coming to your second question. Well, you see, it's an irony that the leaders of the different regional parties in the different states of the northeastern region, instead of taking the stand of the people, of their own indigenous people, they are taking the stand of the political lineage or the political inclination. This is very sad. This is an irony for the indigenous peoples of the Northeast.
Now, you see, now that the CAB is passed, the center is saying that states covered by the inner line permit have nothing to worry, Mr. Samuel Jirwa. Therefore, Mr. Samarjit of the BJP in Manipur is an extremely happy man today. Mr. Devabrata of the Congress is not. My question to you, Samuel Jirwa, Meghalaya is still not covered under the ILP. We are also getting to hear that, Dimapur, the commercial hub of Nagaland, which was so long not been within the ambit of the ILP, is also going to be covered by the inner line permit. But my question to you, Samuel, is that Meghalaya is not covered by ILP. So what should be the stand of the Meghalaya government now? Because the NPP has voted in favor of the Citizenship Amendment Bill.
Well, you see, from the civil societies and the Khasi Students' Union and also the NESO, we have always been demanding ILP for the whole of the northeastern region.
Right.
And from the Khasi Students' Union, at this time, we are calling that the government should pass a resolution in the assembly and to submit the resolution to the central government asking for the regulation to also be implemented in the state of Meghalaya.
All right. Now, let me quickly go to Mr. Samarjit. Mr. Samarjit, now the Gazette notification has been issued. Manipur is going to come under the inner line permit system. So, what will be the next step? How is your government planning to implement? What will be the thing? Is there going to be a statewide drive to identify people from outside and throw them out? What are we going to do now? What can we expect in the days ahead? Samarjit, can you hear me? Mr. Samarjit. I think we have lost the line to Mr. Samarjit. Yes, Devabrata. Devabrata, what do you expect now in Manipur? Let's reconnect the line to Samarjit. Devabrata, what do we expect in Manipur now?
It will be, yeah. In Manipur particularly, it will be very difficult to implement. There are two things. ILP will only distance Manipur from the rest of the country. Secondly, in view of the gateway to ASEAN trade and the trilateral trade, how we are going to monitor and how we are to control the visitors that will come for trade and commerce and for these all businesses. So it will be very difficult. Manipur has to be secluded. Further seclusion will mean to economic these things, worsening this economic situation also. So all these things taken, we are saying ILP is not a permanent solution. It is a temporary relief. Yeah. Also, we also understand it is a temporary relief. But it is not going to be a permanent solution. But CAB now it is a Citizenship Amendment Act, is a permanent danger to us.
Right.
Of diluting our population,
right.
Culture,
okay.
and the belief.
I'm running short of time. I'm running short of time. Samarjit.
So we have to fight against it.
Okay.
We will fight.
All right.
Fight. We'll see Assam, how Assam fights. We request Assam people to be non-violent. We'll also follow suit. We'll be non-violent, but we'll continue to fight in people's
Okay,
court. as
continue to
Tarun
fight.
Gogoi
Fine,
ji
fine.
already
Point
said.
noted. Point
And we
noted.
also, we are resting.
No,
We
Devabrata, you cannot
we are
go
not
on and
resting.
on.
We are not
No,
resting.
no,
We are
you
resting
cannot go
only.
on and on. Devabrata, please stop. Thank you. Your point noted. Mr. Samarjit, now gadget notification has been issued. Manipur is coming under the inner line ambit. Now, what are we expecting in the days ahead? Is your government going to just hound out people, go and look for people who are from outside, throw them out? What can we expect in the days ahead?
No, it is the beginning, and lot of expectation is there, Mr. Wasbir, and we are trying to approach, but fortunately or unfortunately, our assembly will be started from 18 to onwards 20. On or before that, we are trying to approach in a systematic way. After 20 of this month,
Yeah.
we will start the game plan and all those things, how to manage and maintain all those things. Apart from that, I am sincerely and honestly say that, and I thought that for the people of Assam, I request this non-violence should be stopped immediately, and non-violent will be the helpline of our society. So I think and I pray to God
Okay.
to calm down this situation as soon
Absolutely.
as possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
much.
Last comment, final comments from Mr. Tabom Dai and Mr. Samuel Jirwa. Tabom Dai, your concluding remarks. Very quickly. I'm running short of time.
So before we wind up the program, just I have, because the agitation has taken a very, it has taken a save and a very big save in Assam. But to all the agitators and to all the leaders of the movement, I, on behalf of AASU and from the people of Arunachal Pradesh, would like to request and appeal that whatever be the agitation, please take the part of non-violence, and also be reasonable to the people of other states of Northeast who are mostly mostly commuting from Assam.
Absolutely.
That's why I appeal for peace from the state of Arunachal Pradesh.
Very responsible statement. Very responsible statement coming from the All Arunachal Pradesh Students Union. Indulge in a non-violent agitation and take care of the Arunachalis. Don't trouble them who pass through Assam. Don't target them. Samuel Jirwa, your concluding words.
Well, you see, lastly, the Prime Minister of India yesterday said that it was a historic day for the whole country of India. But for us, yesterday, the 11th of December, it was a black day for the indigenous peoples of the Northeast. And we will be remembering this 11th December every year to remind our posteriors of this political injustice meted out by the government of India to the indigenous peoples of the Northeast.
Absolutely. Very well said, Samuel Jirwa. And that, of course, is the mood in the northeastern region to the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Appeal for calm is the consensus among all the panelists today. Stay calm. Don't indulge in violence. Don't destroy your beautiful city of Guwahati. And of course, for the record, Rupam Goswami, the BJP spokesman from Assam, was invited to this program. He agreed, but at the end of the day, he had kept his mobile switched off, maybe for some particular reason, which we don't know. But at the end of the day, that is only for the record. I thank all my panelists for participating in this very, very engaging discussion on a day when Assam has been witnessing really huge protest over the Citizenship Amendment Bill. I thank all my viewers and panelists for being on this program. Good night and goodbye.
Northeast Tonight, brought to you by Oil India Limited, conquering newer horizons.